Hi everyone. Okay, let's solve this. Xy equals 10, our equation 1. Then x minus 2y equals 10 again. And this time we have equation 2. So now the question is, how do we go about this? Why don't you pick your equation 1, your equation 2, and make x the subject? Okay, so write from equation 2, we can say that x is equal to 10 plus 2y. And this is going to be our equation 3 now, right? So if you know it is equation 2, right? If you must know it is equation 2 that gave birth to equation 3. So we are going to put this equation 3 into equation 1, right? So we substitute into equation 1. We substitute into equation 1, and our equation 1 is xy equals 10. So our x now is 10 plus 2y, right? This is for x. And what is y? Y is still y, so write your y there. The whole of this is equal to 10. Now open the bracket. 10 times y, that is 10y, plus 2y times y, that is 2y squared, and this is equal to 10. So if we want to rearrange, we're going to have 2y squared plus 10y minus 10 equals 0. So if you must know, this is now a quadratic equation, and we can solve this by using any of the methods. If you like, you can even divide this by 2, divide this by 2, divide this by 2, divide this by 2. Okay, so we are dividing all through by 2. This will go there. So we have y squared plus this will go there. We have 5y, then minus 5. Then 0 divided by 2 is 0, right? So we have our 0. Now, what method do we use? Let's use the formula method. Our formula is y equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2 times a. Okay, before I continue, have you subscribed to my channel? Yes, I'm talking to you. If you have not subscribed, please, you can still subscribe and share this to your friends and to the students around you. As you're sharing, this video would have a bigger reach, right? And by that, you'll be doing me a favor. Now, let's get the value of a, b, and c. A is 1, b is 5, c is minus 5. So we'll now put these values into this equation, this formula. So now y will be, in place of minus b, I'm going to write minus 5. Plus or minus, what is b squared? That will now be 5 squared. Minus 4 times 1, because a is 1, then times 5, negative 5. Divide this by 2 times 1. So as we go ahead now, y will be equal to minus 5. Plus or minus, we now have 5 squared is 25, minus 4 times 1 times minus 5, that will turn to plus, so we have 20 over here. And if we go ahead now, this will be divided by 2 times 1, which is 2. So our y is minus 5, plus or minus, we now have 25 plus 20, that is 45. Remember that 45 is not a perfect square, so we will not be able to find a square root without getting decimal. But we can break it down, right? Y will now be minus 5 plus or minus square root of 9 multiplied by 5 over 2, because 9 times 5 is 45. And now 9 is a perfect square, right? Okay, so we have minus 5 plus or minus square root of 9 is 3. Then we have square root of 5. This is divided by 2. So from here we have two solutions, right? We have two solutions. Y equals minus 5 plus 3 root 5 over 2, or minus 5 minus 3 root 5, and this is over 2. So what should we do now? Remember that we had equation 3, which is x equals 10 plus 2y. So now that we have the value of y, we can equally have the value of x by putting these values of y into the equation 3. So x will now be 10 plus 2 into minus 5 plus 3 root 5 over 2. I'm using the first value of y, so that these two will go there since we are multiplying. So x will now be 10. We open the bracket, positive multiplied by positive 1 multiplied by negative 5, that will be negative 5. Then positive will still give us some, positive. So we write 3 root 5. This 2 is already gone. So x now is 10 minus 5, which is 5, plus 3 root 5. So let's go. When x is this, remember that y is minus 5 plus 3 root 5 over 2. Okay, so when x is this, y is this. Now let's continue. The equation is still x equals 10 plus 2y, right? So x will now be 10 plus 2. What is y? Y this time around is going to be minus 5 minus 3 root 3. Then we divide it by 2. I'm picking this from here. Okay, I just picked what we have here. The one I used before is this value. Okay, so if we go ahead now, our x will now be 10 plus, remember that this will go here, so we have 1. So 1 times minus 5. Okay, by the way, let me even open the bracket first, so that this is going to be 1 now, right? Then we have minus 5 minus 3 root 3. Is it 3 root 3 or root 5? Let me get that better. Let's take a look. Okay, it's 5 over there, so it's root 5. So we have 3 root 5. So here we have 5 too. Right, close that. So that x will now be 10. This times this is minus 5. This times this is minus 3 root 5. So our x will now be 5 minus 3 root 5. And when x is this, remember that y is x. Y is minus 5. Minus 5 minus 3 root 5. Everything is over 2. Okay, so when x is this, y equals this. Thank you for watching. If you are new to my channel, subscribe. And if you're old and you have not subscribed, subscribe and get more of my videos.